Greetings comic lovers and welcome back to Casually Comics, the channel where we chat all things comics, from reviews of comics new and old to history to anecdotes to really wherever our whims take us. Is it still a whim if it's petty as heck? I choose to believe so. A challenge has been issued, a gauntlet has been thrown, a slap across the face. Satisfaction has been demanded. Where? On the video about Aquaman and Mera getting married. Some cried, nay, checkmate, you charlatan. This was not the first comic book marriage. That was Sue and Ralph Dibley. Kindly give back your nerd card post haste. That's not even a ripping sound, more like a tsh. And to that I say what I said in that video. We're going back to the first on-panel superhero wedding.
First on-panel superhero wedding.
It's the first on-panel wedding. On-panel wedding. So that's the first panel, people standing around being officiated in their superhero costumes because it's DC and that's how they roll. Nobody's got to rent a tux or buy a dress, just wear what you got. It's the Silver Age, let them rock it. Ralph and Sue Dibney, aka the elongated man and Sue Dibney, have their marriage announced in a panel in a backup issue of The Flash 119, and that was in 1961. And for those who go, oh yeah, well that's a panel and it announces a wedding, I still demand satisfaction. Well, Sue's not a superhero, and Aquaman and Mera both are. She's already helped him do superhero things at that point. Also, marriage and wedding is different. A marriage is the relationship and the journey together. A wedding is the ceremony where you all stand around and people drink and dance and the like, or whatever type of ceremony you're having, for there are many different types. And they are very different, or so all of those gurus and lifestyle people and people who have been on Oprah and gotten shows tell me. Let's hear it again one more time.
On panel.
You come into my madhouse and tell me how to concoct my villainy. I'm a wretched creature who will hone in on the most frivolous of challenges. You know what's gonna happen now? There's gonna be a panel from like 1940 and it's gonna be Bullet Man and Bullet Girl or something getting married, and people will be like, aha, reverse Uno card trick made all of the things. You were playing chess and I was playing 3D chess. And if that is the case, I take my humble pie with cheese, not with ice cream. If I eat it, which I probably will. For example, in the Quasar video, I mentioned that Grunwald wrote the entire run, and someone pointed out that nay, Ron Mars actually wrote one filler issue. And that is true. And so I say, But did I make this video to revel in how close I am to having the supervillain mentality of a Silver Age character? Oh, who would do that? Some kind of madman, that's who. Actually, it's because the lead story of Flash 119 is pretty great. It's got one of my favorite examples of shallow villainy, and from a top member of a rogues gallery, so for me that elevates it. More petty and dramatic than my intro, I promise you. It involved the Mirror Master and Figs. Whenever I wear this shirt, I can never center the hustler. It's fine. I'm gonna tell you all about it. But before we get started, I'm Sasha, and if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join us on this comic book journey. Hit that join button so we can keep the salt train coming. More content, access to behind the scenes, badges, emojis, and the like. This issue was written by John Broome with art by Carmine Infantino, who's come up a decent amount on this channel. Our cover features the Flash being shot in a mirror while the real Flash collapses dramatically in a doorway. By shooting a bullet at this mirror image of the Flash, I doom the real Flash. Ah, he made a voodoo mirror. This is the first Mirror Master, Sam Scudder, so I do not have to do a Scottish accent. Yet, because you know I will. I will inflict all my terrible accents upon the world. The Mirror Master's magic bullet. So many fonts, and I love them all. The Mirror Master has imprisoned Flash in a genie-style bottle. This is because he has made him his own personal genie. He also has a nice-looking chair. Looks comfy. I need a chair. We open on Barry Allen, police scientist, wondering just what exactly is going on with the Mirror Master. He escaped a few days ago and nothing mirror-related has happened as of yet. There have been no crimes. Then he sees that there is a museum exhibit featuring antique mirrors, and he knows that has to be it, because none of his villains will go off-brand. All you'd have to do as a themed villain, if you really wanted to get some quick cash, would just be pull some kind of non-themed heist. But the question is, would it be worth it? Would sacrificing the integrity of having a theme be worth that money? Or whatever you were getting, a sandwich, I don't know. Look at the books on Barry's desk, just some light reading. So despite being a police scientist, he would be renamed a forensic scientist later on, he gets himself assigned to the security detail for the museum. He needs to be there so that he can have a romantic misunderstanding. We only have a few pages, but we still have time for that. The exhibit's curator has a daughter, and of course it's her who shows him around to look at these ancient mirrors. No shade. That would be a cool exhibit to go to, even without villainous intent. Just fun. Learning, wholesome. Of course this means that when Iris shows up, because she's covering the exhibit for her paper, she sees him with another woman. The gasp. I think it's time to jump to the worst possible conclusion and then act accordingly. Ignoring him. Perfect. But do you know who is appreciating these mirrors drama-free? The Mirror Master. He's rented the apartment next to the museum, and he put a few hidden mirrors in the hall so he can look in at the exhibit whenever he feels like it. Oh, that couch looks nice too. I wonder if this place came furnished. But it's not enough to look at the mirrors, no. He must possess them. He goes through a pre-cut section of the wall and starts absconding with the mirrors. Of course, the two that the story took the time to highlight for us. Barry sees this and he's been waiting. He gets his ring out and becomes the Flash. The comic actually has a little editor's note about the ring. The Flash uniform, which Barry carries in a secret compartment in his ring, expands on contact with air, like a Navy life raft at sea. That was specific. Were people calling you out, comic? Were they talking smack about the ring? Did you need to explain it? On panel. Barry gets off to a rough start running into a mirror double, but he recovers quickly. All your tricks won't help you, my clever friend. I love the relationship that the Flashes have with their villains. They're kind of cordial and friendly at times. Some of them just develop into full-on friendships. It's sweet and creates an interesting dynamic. But the Mirror Master throws the mirrors out the window and escapes, and as the Flash goes to get them, we get another editor's note explaining why he can run down the side of the building. Who is calling you out, Silver Age Flash? I will meet them in the parking lot after school. Barry saves the mirrors, and when he returns he finds that there is a key. He figures the Mirror Master dropped it, and so decides he'll just go and try it in every door. Ah, so this is his first solution. No wonder it's what Superman wanted to do in that Christmas story we just reviewed. If this is all he's suggesting, then maybe Superman's never thought about it harder than that. Back in his proper apartment full of cool mirrors, the Mirror Master thinks that he left the key on purpose, and now he can't wait for the Flash to get there to unveil his true plan. Could you live in a house with that many mirrors? They would freak me out at night. Sam's invented a mirror duplicator. A device of my own invention. Anything that happens to an image in that mirror will happen to the person themselves. Don't ask him how, it's science. You dare question me? It's science. He wants everything to be perfect. He's been planning this for a while. The Flash, I better get ready. I've been expecting you, my friend. He shoots the Flash's mirror duplicate and captures the Flash, planning to turn him into his personal servant to do his bidding. He specifically wants a genie. This is a very honed fantasy. He's been planning it for a while, you know, getting into the roleplay. Come forth, my servant. Haha, come forth and learn my bidding. The smoke isn't absolutely necessary, but I like to do things dramatically, and a genie should appear with proper stage effects. You're supposed to say, "What does the master command?" You could have done anything. You could have killed him, but no, genie roleplay. This says a lot. I'm not sure what it says, but whatever it is, it's saying it hard and loud. Anyway, the Mirror Master wants him to get him some fresh figs from Arabia, and so he does. Arabian figs, a wonderful fruit. Another editor's note telling us how the Flash can run on water. Because you know, with everything else going on, that's definitely the question I was lingering on. So he gets him the figs, but when he gets back, I got the yen to hold some snow from the highest peaks of the Himalayas, the top of the world as they call it. My slightest wish is your command, you know. Off to get some snow. Wonderful. I'll use the snow to keep the figs fresh. This is potentially the worst use for a captive Flash, and I am here for it. But the fun must wait. He actually does want the Flash to do some criminal things. He's gonna get him to go steal those mirrors from earlier. He's planned it all out. However, when the Flash goes to get the mirrors, he finds that the spell is broken. Flash, you're returning without the mirrors. What does this mean? It means that your game is up, Mirror Master. You'll play your hand. Barry tells him that a person cannot be hypnotized to do something that they would not do under normal circumstances, and Mama didn't raise no thief. So what I got from that is that it's in his base nature to just go and perform the whims of his arch nemesis and supervillains and rogues galleries. If they want exotic food, he will go get it for them. Were you hypnotized at all, Barry, or is this just a game that you guys play? We don't judge here. Well, not about stuff like that anyway. He captures the Mirror Master easily, and he goes on a date with Iris, who's over her he dared to breathe another female's oxygen funk from before. The rest of the comic is a Flash Elongated Man adventure. The two were close friends back in the day. Ralph and Sue really were a sweet couple. Even though I don't hate Identity Crisis with a fiery passion that some do, I can acknowledge that they were done dirty. They did not deserve that. That was not cool. That comic did a lot of people dirty. Also, never forget that Ralph Dibny got his powers from a soft drink, so drink up, kids. It was a specific extract in the soda, but still. Why look, it's a non-panel marriage announcement in a newspaper. Is that a wedding? No, it's not. Made of kernels. I can't go outside in the rain, you know, I'll disintegrate. So what did you think of this Silver Age Flash adventure? If you had your own personal Flash in a bottle, is this how you would use him? Are you inspired by the Mirror Master's life choices? I mean, I can clearly identify with that level of pettiness. Share all your thoughts down below. And while you're down there, please do all the YouTube things. Like, share, comment. Tell me about a time when you have gone full nerd. It's happened to many of us. It has happened to me before, it's happening now, and it will happen again. And I've accepted this about myself. Thanks as always for taking some time out of your day to spend it discussing comics with me. I always appreciate it, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.